my name is Kieran Hayes and this is my Neewer Z880 review where I'm going to talk you through my experiences with the speedlight, how it has worked for me over the last few weeks, what I think of it, and how you use it too as well, of course. So come on, let's get into it and I'll walk you through it all. Now, for the sake of transparency, Neewer did send this unit out to me for this review, but I've not been paid to review it and they haven't had any input in this review either. So these are my own thoughts on the Neewer Z880 speedlight. Neewer have also given me a discount code which I'm going to leave in the description down below, which saves you 21% off the price of any of their products. So please do feel free to use that to save you a bit more money. Okay, now that's out of the way, let me show you what you get inside the box with the Z880 first. So this is what you get inside the box now. Basically you get the Neewer Z880 speedlight in this lovely carrying case, and that's nicely padded too as well, so it does offer a bit of protection when you're carrying it around the place. That's the Z80 speedlight itself. You can see it's quite a nice size of unit, fully rotatable head, and you can adjust in several angles too as well. You get the battery, and you also get a USB cable. The USB cable is there to actually charge it, so you can actually plug the USB-C connection into the battery itself, and then plug this into a suitable charger, and it will charge the battery for you. Then we also have a little mini stand too as well, and the mini stand can actually go, there's a little pocket in the back, it can go in the back of the carrying case, so that's nice and handy. And then we also have our instruction booklets. Now the unit I got also comes with the adapter. You can buy it both with and without this adapter. It's a round head adapter for modifiers and diffusers and things like that, so you can pop this on and now you've got a nice round dome diffuser above and top, or you can add other accessories too as well if you want. And again, it just simply pops off. So you might well be thinking, what's so good about this flash, Kieran? As it looks like any other flash. Well, this unit, like most other Neewer products, is priced incredibly well, considering what you get for your money. Its normal price before any discounts or sales offers or anything else at the time of doing this review was $199.99. And for that price, it's already great value for money. But let's look at its main features now. The Z880 has a 76 watt max output. It can sync at up to 1/8000 of a second via HSS, which is brilliant. The battery then can deliver 480 full power flashes from a single charge. It has a wireless Q receiver built in, meaning it can be paired with the QPro wireless transmitter, which has 5 groups and 32 channels. So you can use multiple strobes with this unit. It also has a built-in 2-watt modelling light, which can be used as a sort of AF assist light too as well if you want when it's mounted on the camera. This light has 10 different output levels too as well. This flash is also compatible with Nikon, Sony and Canon TTL systems. And more importantly, it has a nice big display on the back, which is nice and clear and very easy to use. Okay, so that's all great. But is this unit any good and will it stand the test of time? Well, as soon as you pull it out of the box, the first thing you will be met with is a solid feeling strobe. Do you know, this is not some kind of cheap, plasticky feeling unit that buckles and flexes when you squeeze it or press on the body. This is a solid, well-built bit of kit that honestly feels like it could easily be twice the price. The buttons feel solid and they are nearly identical to my Neewer Z2 strobe, which I've been using now for about a year, and it's standing the test of time perfectly. So I've no doubt that this unit will be great also. So I have a quick favour to ask you now, and that's if you are enjoying this video, then please do give it a like and drop a comment below, as that just helps get this content out to more people like you. So thanks for doing that. You're an absolute star. Getting back to battery capacity now again. The 480 full power flashes is great yet again, as that means if you're shooting at half power or lower outputs, the battery will last an awful lot longer then again. Having the USB charger is handy also. So if you are out and about, you can easily charge it in your car, you can charge it in the house, you can bring a battery bank with you too as well to charge it on the go. So it's brilliant if you're traveling between jobs. Looking at the wireless system used then, the QPro wireless system is great. And I regularly shoot multiple flashes together, like I might use the Neewer Q4, the Q200 and my Z2 together, or even with my Q3 or the Z880. Being able to assign them to their own group so you can adjust each one individually on the QPro transmitters means you have incredible control over your lighting setup. And that'll go up to about 200 meters, I think it is the range. I haven't tested it, but it works really well. The modeling light I found is very handy too as well, especially if you're shooting in darker scenes, as you can use it as sort of a focus assist. It'll actually light up what you're pointing your camera towards. So it's a bit like having an onboard LED light, which is essentially what it is. So it'll help your camera focus just that bit faster and just that bit easier. So I really like using it from that perspective. Then on the side of the unit, we have our manual TTL switch. So you can just quickly swap from being in full TTL mode back to full manual in a split second. Then on the top of the unit then, we have a diffuser here, and we also have a bounce card. So that's our diffuser. So that's going to help spread the light out even wider, which you can just pop back into place again. Or if I pull it out again, we also have our bounce card here. So you can pop your bounce card up. So if you're shooting on camera flash and just want a small bit of light just to light the eyes or to give a small bit of reflection in the eyes, you can use it for that if you're bouncing off the ceiling. So recycling time is one of those things I haven't really shown you or got into as of yet. But just to give you an idea how fast this flash is to recycle, you can see it's ready to fire here now at the moment the red light is on. So if I press this button, it fires. And straight away, it's ready to go again. It's near instantaneous. Now at half speed now, it is a bit slower. But that is still very, very fast and very acceptable for my purposes. And at full power now, that's your recycling time. But as you can see, once you go to something like 1/4 power there now, that is incredibly fast. And obviously enough, once you go down to 1/8 power, it's instantaneous practically. So that's the recycling time on this flash, and one of the reasons why I love the Z880. I'm going to show you now how you use the Neewer Z880 flash, what all these buttons do, and some other cool little features on this unit. So the first thing is the battery goes in the side here, and you can see there's a USB-C charging port on the side of the battery. We can just click on this to take the battery out, and you can buy spare batteries on the website. There's a lovely little guard here on the bottom too as well to help cover the actual hot shoe on your camera. And then this is the latching mechanism. So you just turn that, it clicks in place on the hot shoe on your camera, and that's it. Really nice, really handy, really secure system, and there's a nice audible click there too as well. And the other thing to show you here on the side then is there's a manual TTL switch. So you can swap from shooting in full manual to TTL just at the flick of a switch there. Now, one of the things I really like about the Z2 and the Z880N is the ability to be able to turn the flash, but not just being able to turn it, but being able to tilt it too as well, which again, yes, I know is normal on most flash guns. But what I like about this is that there's these solid clicks in between, and there's a small bit of resistance changing. So if you're like me, and if you use something like the Rogue Flash Bender, a large one of those, which is a big diffuser sitting on top, with a bit of wind around the place and whatnot, it won't just fall down like some of the flash guns do. This one will actually hold in place fairly well. So I really like that about this and the Z2 flash. And we have a side USB port underneath the cover here, and a trigger port too as well. So that's all well and good, but what are all the buttons for, Kieran, and how do you use the flash? Well, to power it on, you press and hold down the center button here, and the display comes on, and the flash is now ready to use. We have our mode button here, so if I press that, we're in manual mode here now. Press it again, we go on to repeat, and press it again, we've ITTL. So if you want to shoot in TTL, the flash is actually ready to be used there now. And again, we have exposure compensation, so I can adjust this dial if I want to go to +3 all the way down to -3. So you can control the output power of the flash that way too as well. And then we have manual mode. If I press the button once more there now again, it goes into manual mode. You can see the M above and top here, and we're in 1/4 power. And again, turning the dial will adjust the power of the flash. So it can go all the way up to full power, and you can go all the way back down along again to 1/8 or 1/16 or whatever you want. I'll just kind of hold it slightly funnily here now so I can show you the modeling light. So this is the modeling light button. So if I press this, it shows up here as off, so I can adjust the brightness of the modeling light. So I can go from +10 and keep going down along, so it goes from 1 to 10 in power settings and then off. So, and that is quite bright. So if I turn that around and face the camera, as you can see, there is a nice bit of light shining off that there now again. So that is a very handy feature. Or a handy little trick is if you find, oh, sometimes I like having it at 8, let's say, or 7, because 10 can be a bit bright sometimes. What you can do is, if you don't want to use it, hold down the button and it switches off. And then next time you want to use it then again, let's say 2 or 3 minutes later, you can just hold down the button again and it comes back on your 7 setting. So you can just hold that button down to switch it off and to switch it back on along again. So next then we have our zoom function, we have group, and we have channel ID. So zoom function, so if I press this button once, you'll see zoom is highlighted above. So you can zoom in or zoom out on the actual flash. So that is very, very handy. So let's say if I'm using a 35mm lens, I can set it to 35 and away we go. If I press and hold down the button, it'll actually bring me into the menu then. So you have a load of different settings there. You can set the channel, the ID, you have the autofocus standby, RX standby time, beep on and off, and scan on and off. And as you can see, scan is switched off there now. But if I press the center button here, you can see 2 little arrows come up, and if I turn this dial, it alternates between start and off. So if I click on start and I can just press center button again, it's now going to scan the frequencies being used, and it's going to say, look, these are the options around the place here for the best transmission power or the least interference. We're just going to pick channel 10 and I press OK, and that's basically it. Now when I go back out along now again, you can see our channel is set to channel 10. So if you are using the newer QPro, you need to have this set to channel 10 and this set to channel 10, and both units will work perfectly then. The group button then, so if I press the group, you can see it's changing here. So it's on A, now B, C, D, E, and back to A again. So you can change the group here. Then we have our channel ID. So if we press this, you can set the channel here directly by turning this and pressing the OK button. So if I bring it back to channel 11, which is what I was using, and press OK. And finally then we have this button. And what this button is going to do when I press it here now is it's going to give you the option of the wireless off in RX or TX. So we want it to receive a signal from our QPro, so it's going to receive the signal rather than transmit. So we're going to set that to receive and click on OK. And now it's going to switch on this unit. And that's on. Now the one thing with this is just if you're using both these and if you're setting them up, when I press the button here, nothing will happen. If you have the 2 units side by side. If I hold this a bit of a distance away, let's say I have it out here somewhere, and if I just press the button, it works. But if you're setting the 2 of these up, do not have them side by side. It might work the very odd time, but it generally won't work for you. And then just to give you a close-up of the actual diffuser above and top. So this is the diffuser itself and the bounce card inside, and that simply just retreats back down along again. All in all though, this unit is very well made, it feels robust, and it keeps going all day for me. And for a great price. So what's not to love? It's actually incredibly similar to my Neewer Z2, but it's a bit more reasonably priced. The main differences between the Neewer Z2 and the Z880 are the Z2 has a higher capacity battery, so it can deliver up to 600 full power flashes, whereas the Z880 goes up to about 480 flashes. The Z2 has 2 2-watt modeling lights, whereas the Z880 has only 1. The Z2 has a round head design and the Z880 has the more traditional design. But the Z880 has 2 winning parts here apart from the cheaper price. And that is its wider zoom range, as it goes from 20mm to 200mm, whereas the Z2 only goes from 28mm to 105mm. And then we also have the diffuser and the bounce card built in to the Z880, which again you don't have in the Z2. I hope this video helped you a small bit, and if you have any questions, please do feel free to ask them. Thanks again for watching, ladies and gents, and see you out there, or see you in the next video.